All right, my friends, how are you today? Aaron here bringing you daily horoscope for Thursday, the 29th of July, 2021. Got the moon moving through the middle degrees of the sign of Aries, completing this grand fire trine kite formation. So the sun is in the sign of Leo. Mercury is in the sign of Leo, catching up to the sun at 6 degrees. Mercury's at 3 degrees, catching up to the sun. We have the south node in the sign of Sagittarius, fire sign, 7 degrees. We have Chiron and the moon. Sorry, let me take this back to about 6 in the morning. When these two are conjunct, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, the moon conjuncts Chiron, emotional healing, emotional release. Connecting with our communication, connecting with our insight, connecting with our sense of self, of our will. Making this trine connection to the south node, letting go, releasing ideas, letting go of things that no longer serve us, letting go of the world's views and coming back into view of myself. As the sun here is starting the opposition to Saturn, Saturn creating the sextile to Chiron and the moon, Saturn in Aquarius creating the sextile to the south node here in Sagittarius. So this is what gives us our grand kite, the fire, 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 and the grand trine, is the fire, 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 and the kite formation would be Saturn creating the sextile and opposing the sun. So what does all of that mean? What does this formation mean? What is the juice behind it? Well, it's one about getting fired up for who you are. It's probably the most important part. See, let's say if I have a song, and if I have a speaker and I'm playing my song or I'm singing my song, and it's my job in this world to go along singing my song, and you're going about the world and you're singing your song, and that person's singing their song, and this person's singing their song, and sometimes group of people to get together and they sing a song together. This is us building companies. This is us building groups, social circles, community together. This is us building buildings. This is us getting together. What song that we're singing can harmonize with some. It can be disruptive with others. So we have this song, and sometimes when we go out into the world, it's like we came down here with this song. We came into this life with this song, this fire, this passion, this will that we have. And as we go out about into the world and we learn the world, well, the world teaches us its song. And now our song is being confused by all the other songs that are going on in the world, or how the other songs want me and my song to sound like their song. And there's this sense of identity, my individuality with the sun and Mercury. It's like my mind and my soul, my will here. It's like I make up my own mind. I decide what I'm going to do or not do. And this is also Virgo, Venus in Virgo, and Mars is about to join the party as well. We have two big planets moving today. And I'm going to talk about those just in a second here, finishing up this kite. This is about you remembering your song, you not losing track or losing sight of what you're putting out into the world, your energy, your vibration, just because the world is loud. There's a lot of volume. There's a lot of opinions. There's a lot of ideas. And this is like we can be very confused, especially with Jupiter was in the sign of Pisces. Well, Jupiter now today is moved back out of the sign of Pisces. But let's be honest, this is a foreshadow of what's coming toward the end of 2021 into 2020, when Jupiter is going to be in the sign of Pisces. One of the downfalls, let's be honest, is confusion. Like, I don't know how to feel. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's real. I don't know who's telling me the truth. I don't know what to think about this COVID. I don't know what to think about the vaccine. I don't know what to think about what's up, what's down, what's left, what's right. We don't know. So there's a lot of confusion, okay? And this is part of all this is like, it doesn't matter. You can kind of cut through the BS. Just be yourself, do you, follow what you need. Who cares about what other people have to say? And, you know, just because maybe you weren't strong enough in the past doesn't mean you're not able to do it right now. And maybe you don't think you're strong enough, and you're about to find out how strong you are. And Saturn says, buckle up, I need you to be strong. We have this Saturn opposing the sun all week. Saturn starting to oppose Mercury here. You know, this is going to be a continuation this entire week, as it's like, get it together. Take this playfulness, take your creative expression, take the magic of you being you, know who you are, own it, get out in the world and do what you came here to do, whatever that may be. And then now we've got Jupiter retrograde back into the sign of Aquarius. If you're back into the cryptocurrency, we saw Jupiter when it went into the sign of Pisces, a dip in the digital market. We will see a rise back up in the crypto world while Jupiter is back into the sign of Aquarius as it deals with technology. So we'll see a little bit more of that going on. And now we have by 3 p.m. And there we go, 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Mars enters the sign of Virgo. Now, let's talk about it. Venus in Virgo, very difficult. Venus in Virgo can be a very difficult placement. If you have a Venus in Virgo in your chart, there are groups out there that this is a difficult placement. Venus being what we love, want, and desire. We can be very nitpicky. Again, it's something I talked about a couple of days ago. We can be very, you know, this is how it's got to be. And then further on the other side of that coin, it can be conditional. It can be a conditional element with Venus and Virgo. And it can be like, like we can be looking at ourselves. We can be looking at ourselves, and it's like, you don't love me, you don't appreciate me because of this. You don't love me because of this. Or so self-critical. We can be hyperly self-critical with this energy. And with the moon in the sign of Aries, one on side, this is like, hey, let's bring some healing to this part of myself that makes me so self-critical and judgmental upon myself, as well as being critical and judgmental on others. Let's bring some healing to this side of self. This is the moon's job today, moving through Aries and Chiron. Also reminding us, like, we don't have to be in a rush. These earth signs here, Mars and Venus now in earth sign of Virgo, it's like it takes time for those trees to grow. We plant a seed, we water it. The sun is necessary, the clouds are necessary, all the elements are necessary in order for that to grow. So it takes patience and time. And although we might be in a rush, we might want something now. I need something now. This is saying, like, it's okay. Just keep going at it. You can go at it with tenacity. You don't have to be in a rush. Like, we can be in a hurry and not be in a rush. Those are two different things. And part of this energy is reminding us, like, it's like watching a pot boil. All this fire energy going on here, and it's like, well, how long does it take a pot to boil? Watching it doesn't do anything. You can't yell at it to tell it to hurry up, to go faster. It's a process. So Venus and Mars now in the sign of Virgo, which is just like, it's like, respect the process, respect one foot in front of another, respect that you have to crawl before you can walk, before you can run, before you can skydive. And bringing a little bit of patience to ourselves. And Venus is also square to the nodes. It has been something I haven't hugely talked about, but I'll talk about it right now. Is that self-critical nature. It's like we're allowing to lose some of that self-criticalness and move forward into a little bit more place of openness and a little bit more understanding here. North Node, Gemini, third house. And with Mars moving in to Virgo as well, it's like we're not only just letting go and moving toward, but it's like we're taking active steps in following what we love, what we want, what we desire, people, places, things, getting focused on what exactly it is that we need in our environment. This great list making time and taking the appropriate steps to get there. Not letting things of the past ideas, letting past experiences get in the way of creating new experiences, new opportunities, new moments. This is a big theme going on right now. So again, kind of sparking that fire, knowing who you are, go on, take these new experiences, take these new moments, because, you know, and here's the kind of the thing too, like this all ties in together with this. Like, if you come back in you know, a communication, conversation, relationship with somebody else from the past, and they are expecting your old song, but you have a new song to sing, they're going to start projecting that old song onto you. And you might start harmonizing with it. You know, but that's not the case. This is a whole new element. This is a new song. This is a new thing that I'm bringing forward. This is new energy. And just because I'm rerunning into this old person from past, or this or familiar maybe thing coming back into the same cycle or same circle, doesn't mean I'm going to handle it. Doesn't mean I'm going to communicate it the same. You know, and knowing myself and knowing my identity. And my creative flair of how to be able to handle this, and being focused on how to handle it. And it's just like, no matter what obstacle comes my way, I'm going to get it done. That's the beauty of having Mars in Virgo, which is a very great placement for Mars, where it's also a disturbing place for Venus, a challenging spot for Venus, because again, but we're being challenged to release those judgments, those criticisms. Oh, like, oh, I see that person, turn away. You know, you might never know. They could be a completely changed person, or could be devastated, going through a very hard time, and seeing that old familiar face might be, you know, a catharsis, a cathartic healing point. Again, Moon, connect, Chiron. So there's something going on there. All right, friends. Have a beautiful day. As always, I appreciate you so much. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow.